Good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome you to tonight's induction ceremony. I would like to first welcome the Dean, who I believe is in the back, Dean Silber. I would also like to thank any faculty and staff that are here as well. Parents, thank you for coming, students, and new inductees. And I would like to invite our chaplain up here to lead us in prayer.
Will you all please join me in prayer? Gracious God, what an honor it is to be here among these students, families, friends, faculty, and staff. We attribute the natural gifts and abilities of these students to you, and we recognize your presence with them in all their hard work and perseverance to get to this point. We ask for your continued guidance as they are inducted into a new chapter in their life. Continue to encourage, sustain, and strengthen them as they continue to learn and grow, both personally and professionally. And all these things we lift to you. Amen.
I would now like, you can blow out your candles, and you may have a seat. I would like to invite Dr. Holt up here. She is going to be our guest speaker. She is the assistant professor of psychology here at Culver-Stockton, and she is the co-advisor Psych. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. It's great to see such a big crowd. I'm going to first read a quote from one of my favorite people who is no longer living. His name is Walt Disney. We keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. As a member of Psi Chi, you will be one of the best. You'll be the type of psychologist that others look to for guidance, for inspiration, and for knowledge. Be seekers of truth about the human condition, but do so with an open mind. Truth is an ever-changing thing in psychology as science evolves and progresses. We're constantly learning new things about human behavior, about the brain, and about personality. We're constantly learning new things because psychologists like you proceed to be inspired by curiosity. We never stop asking questions, never stop being curious about ourselves and about others. Remember, as you continue your education and enter the workforce, to never stop being curious and open to new possibilities. And with that, I'd like to welcome you to be inducted into Psi Chi, and congratulations on this tremendous achievement.
Thank you, Dr. Holt. Members of Psi Chi, your purpose in meeting here is to induct yourself into Psi Chi, which is the International Honor Society in Psychology. 9 members are here tonight, and you are all earnest students, and of course all psychology majors. Secretary, have these persons met the qualifications for membership in this society?
Yes, we have carefully examined the record of these candidates and recommend them to you because we believe they possess a vital interest in the science of psychology and show promise in the field.
You are about to be inducted into an organization which is national in scope, national in interests, national in opportunities. Active members may hold office and vote on issues of national importance to Psi Chi, as well as attend regional and national psychology conventions. By your presence, you have indicated desire to be instructed in the purposes and ideals of Psi Chi. If upon hearing these instructions you still desire to join our fellowship, you will affirm your acceptance of the responsibilities of your membership and sign the Culver-Stockton College Psi Chi chapter roll. Madam Vice President, will you please instruct the candidates?
So candidates, before assuming membership in Psi Chi, we invite you to know the history and purposes of the organization, its standards and ideals. The purpose of Psi Chi is to encourage, stimulate, and maintain excellence in scholarship and to advance the science of psychology. These aims are admirably summarized in the 2 Greek words, psyche and kairos.
Psyche may suggest mind. Psyche may also suggest scholarship and enrichment of the mind. That this purpose shall be fulfilled, we have chosen as members those whose academic records are outstanding. If you are true to this ideal, you will strive to bring credit to Psi Chi in your academic work. Yet scholarship means more than the attainment of an honorable record. It demands that you not be content with merely adequate performance of the tasks required of you, but that you strive for real mastery of the subject to which you are devoting your mind. The test of this is within yourself. Be satisfied only with work well done, and finally remember that true scholarship requires integrity. Chi Res, meaning hands, stands for fellowship and research. Herein lies the real test of your interest in this field. The word has its origin in fruitful fellowship. It is the accumulation of careful scholarship. It does not require expensive apparatus and elaborate techniques, although these are sometimes of value, but rather it demands observation, logical thinking, and critical yet tolerant open-mindedness. If you follow these standards wherever you are and whatever your position, you will contribute your share to human progress. Our motto, Psyche, Chi Res, may be expressed in these words: cooperation in the investigation and cultivation of the mind. And now if you will turn your program over and look at the back, we are going to read the Platonic myth, and you can follow along if you would like.
Many years ago, Plato told the following story to his students. As you, of all mortals, come into this world, barren of knowledge and innocent of truth, of reality you know nothing. Like prisoners in the dark of a cavernous chamber, arms shackled and weights around the neck, permitting you to see only the wall in front of them. You are chained in the dungeon of ignorance. People walk behind the prisoners, carrying with them statues of men and images of animals, one out of wood and stone. But they see them not. Only the shadows of these images fall within their ken. The people speak. Their voices the prisoners impute to the shadows. In the course of nature, the prisoners are released from their fetters. For the first time, they move, stand erect, turn and face the light. A new world confronts them. The newness of the vision blinds them. Unseen people are still passing by, carrying with them the statues of men and images of animals. With pain and difficulty, the prisoners discern these statues as the source of the shadows. The people speak again. These voices the prisoners now impute to the statues. The prisoners are now dragged into the open light. Their vision slowly becomes clear. Instead of phantoms and shadows in the place of statues and models, they perceive the real. People and objects are distinguished from their images and shadows. Their adaptation continues, and they still see even more clearly into the distance. They discern the source of the light. Now they may understand what was given the rise of their vision. Bewilderment is the lot of us all. Often we perceive only the models of the truth, but we must go yet further and find the very source of things with which we are dealing. We strive to free ourselves from the shackles of imperfect knowledge and attempt to come closer to a clean understanding of human thought and activity. Psi Chi invites you to share these strivings with those who share your interests.
As future psychologists, you should acquire an attitude of tolerance toward those whose opinions or behavior differ from your own. One of the most fundamental teachings of psychology is the fact that individuals differ. This means that they have varying interests and motives, and that they strive for different goals. You may look upon your science as a developing effort to understand human nature. As you grow in perspective, you will become more dissatisfied with the incompleteness of your science. This will be an indication of maturity. With respect to your association with the local chapter of Psi Chi, the members have the right to expect you to attend all meetings except when absence is unavoidable, participate in programs when invited, further the cause of psychology on campus, and adopt the role of loyal alumni in the years ahead. You have heard the aims and ideals of Psi Chi. Do you, as students in the field of psychology, accept the standards and purposes as your own? If so, please say, I do.
I do.
Madam President, I recommend these candidates to you because I believe they possess a vital interest in the science of psychology and show promise by the academic records and by the pledges just made.
You have signified your acceptance of the conditions of membership offered to you. Will you, to the best of your ability, elevate and advance the science of psychology, add to its share of knowledge, and assist in its search for truth? If so, answer, I will.
Yeah.
You will then sign the chapter roll as I read your name. Your signature will be evidence of your pledge. Suzanne Allen. And will you please light your candle? No. Yeah, sign first. You can just stand over there, Suzanne. Desiree Blickenstaff. Galen Elk. Ellison. Thank you. Yeah. Destiny Lloydsenheiser, I'm sorry. How do you Watson-Heiser? Watson-Heiser? Okay. I know I should. Thank you. Jordan Mark. Caleb Micah. Chevy Wiseman. We welcome you to Psi Chi's Fellowship of Common Interest, Mutual Assistance, and High Endeavor. Thank you all for coming. There is cake and punch over there. If you guys want to stay in this general vicinity, I know Angie would like to take your picture, so if you just want to stick around for a few minutes as well. And with that, this concludes our ceremony. Thank you all for coming.